a $337 monthly raise for SSI, Supplemental Security Income. I have all the details for you here in the video. Let's get into it and talk through the details. All right, now first off, just to clarify, everything I'm talking about here in this video directly pertains to SSI, Supplemental Security Income, and the roughly 8 million beneficiaries that do receive these very, very, very important benefits administered by the Social Security Administration every single month. Now, if you're an SSI beneficiary, you get it. I mean, it is rough. These benefits are so incredibly important. Every single dollar and every single penny counts right now, and has been for the last several years here, with these benefits that have not really kept up with the cost of living and price increases, but yet they're still very low. Yeah, we know the situation. However, I want to bring to your attention some updates for 2025 and some different changes that have gone into effect, and again, why some of the legislation out there right now is massively important and getting more and more important every single year, especially as it pertains to SSI, simply because these benefits are behind. They're falling behind. They're not big enough. They're low. They're not helping the beneficiary. These individuals are struggling more than ever right now. And I think, you get it, right? As an SSI beneficiary, I don't know what else to say, but you totally understand what I'm talking about. Really quickly, I just want to say this much. If you think back to, say, like 2019 or maybe even 2020, before all this inflation kicked off and before we saw these really high prices, yes, SSI benefits were significantly lower. But do you feel like the struggle was just as real then as it is now? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not easy to live on, a few $100s per month. I totally get that. But my point is, it just seems like the struggle now, today, for 2025, is significantly more and greater than what it was just a handful of years ago. It just seems like, yeah, don't get me wrong, it was tough, it was hard, but it just feels like the struggle is different these days, right? It just feels like it is way more intense. And it's not as easy. Even though benefits are higher, the cost of living is also significantly higher than it was just a handful of years ago. Anyway, if you want to share down below in the comment section, I'd love to read your comment. If not, that's totally fine too. No problem whatsoever. I just thought that was kind of interesting thing to talk about. All right, so anyway, let me talk about the changes that have happened for 2025 and what this means right now, as well as some important legislation that's out there that would take care of this problem instantly. I mean, an instant fix, right? How often do you see that? An instant fix? That doesn't really happen all that often. Okay, so here's what it comes down to, is the federal poverty line and SSI monthly benefits, right? Remember, you've heard me say this before in other videos. SSI was originally formed as an anti-poverty program to make sure that these individuals were not reliant on friends and family and neighbors and things like this for basically financial stability. Well, unfortunately, the program has fallen behind so much over the last 50 plus years that that's what it is now, is it's basically a poverty program, is because these individuals that receive SSI are basically cornered. You can't really have a whole lot of income. They don't allow you to save any money, and you live on a teeny tiny benefit, which is basically all spent within hours or maybe the first couple days or so of you receiving your monthly benefit. But here's the situation. The federal poverty line for 2025 increased like it does every single year, okay? It increased, and that's fine. That's a good thing. Not a problem whatsoever. However, SSI benefits are supposed to keep pace with the federal poverty line, but they're not. Get this. The federal poverty line right now for 2025 is $15,650 for an individual. Well, that's on an annualized basis, but divided out on a monthly basis, it is $1,304 a month, okay? But yet, right now, the maximum benefit you can get as an individual is $967. Guess what the difference is? You probably already know because I told you. It's $337. That is the difference. The difference between the maximum SSI benefit right now for 2025 and the federal poverty line on a monthly basis is $1,304, or a difference of $337 a month. That's over $4,000 for the entire year that basically should be going to the beneficiary, but it's not, because the program has fallen behind so much over the last several years, the last several decades, that unfortunately this is what we're now dealing with. That's a major discrepancy, okay? I mean, I don't think anyone would argue with that. On a percentage basis, it's nearly 35% is how much benefits would need to be increased just to go up to the federal poverty line and be at pace or at parity equal to the federal poverty line. A nearly 35% increase is what would need to be implemented. Now, how could this get done? Could it happen? It could. Now, here's the thing. There's legislation out there. I've talked about it before in other videos. It is called the SSI Restoration Act, okay? It's a really good piece. It actually restores SSI benefits. It does a lot of really good things for the program. Here's a cool thing about it. One of the main provisions within the SSI Restoration Act is to raise benefits up to equal to the federal poverty line. Well, that would be massive for a lot of people that receive these benefits. It would increase benefits up to the federal poverty line, which again would implement essentially a $337 instant raise to benefits on a monthly basis, going from $967 a month as a maximum up to $1,304 a month as the federal poverty line right now. And then it would keep pace with the federal poverty line. So each year as it increases, it would also be increasing the benefits as well. Not a bad solution, right? Not only does the SSI Restoration Act do that, but it also removes the marriage penalty. It also allows beneficiaries to keep more money rather than the $2,000 for an individual and the $3,000 as a married couple. Those are the basic the asset limitations that are allowed right now. If you have more than that, then they garnish your benefit. Not a good situation. And it just does a bunch of really nice things for SSI, but yet they're still sitting on their hands, as in they being lawmakers, still sitting on their hands when it comes to the SSI Restoration Act or any major reform to the program. Now, how much would this really cost? It's a really good question. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have an exact dollar amount, but what I can tell you, if we just run some simple mental math on this, let's just say that it's 8 million beneficiaries and that the average beneficiary gets a raise of $300 per month, okay? Just running some really simple math. That'd be, what is that, $24 billion a month? Is that right? 24 billion? Or is it 2.4 billion? Yeah, it's 2.4 billion, I think, right? Maybe it's 24 billion. Either way, it's not that much. I think it's $2.4 billion a month is what that would cost. It's not that much. I mean, that's like chump change. When it comes down to how much they spend on all these other things, a couple $1 billion a month is nothing. It's literally nothing. They could swing that no problem whatsoever, okay? And maybe my math is off on that, but my point is it would not cost that much. Let's just say that it's $2.4 billion a month, okay, if that's what it averages out to be. What is that on an annualized basis? It's about, I don't know, 25, $27 billion a year. Again, it's not that much overall to help seniors and people with disabilities basically increase their income, which guess what's going to happen to that money anyway? It's going to go into the economy because these individuals have to spend money on their necessities, their life, right? All of their living expenses, things like that. So it's just going to be used to essentially stimulate the economy anyway. That's what it'd be used for. So it's not like it'd be like the worst thing in the world. Anyway, I wanted to share this information with you. I'd like you to keep updated on this. And again, how critically important the SSI Restoration Act is, as well as the other legislation that is out there to reform this program and to change it and to raise benefits and also to look at the discrepancy. I don't think a lot of people realize the discrepancy between the monthly benefit as well as the federal poverty line and how important that really is. Anyway, I hope this helps you. Again, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. If I can ask a huge favor of you, if you're new here or if you've not done so yet, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. It is 100% free to do so. There's a big subscribe button down below. Thank you. Really, really appreciate that. Otherwise, if you can think of 1 or 2 people that benefit from this video, or any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel, please feel free to share this video with them. There's a share button down below as well. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that as well. Otherwise, check out the well over 5,000 videos here on the channel in the video library. The popular videos I've hand selected for you down below in the description or the top of the comment section. And right now showing up on your screen as well, you'll see some videos there. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your support. I hope you're having a nice day, and I hope I can see you again soon in the next video. Take care. Have a good day, and I'll see you.